Hello, I'm There's Luke Cartographer, and this is the 5th video in my Fallout 76 Steel Rain coverage. We're here just outside of Vault 96 where we finished up last time. We found Dr. Edgar Blackburn inside, committing a whole bunch of nasty experiments with FEV. He seems to have been trying to perfect FEV. He says that his plan's already in motion, we can't stop him. It's not a good thing. We also did manage to recover some people that had been held hostage here, so I'm worried that these people might have been infected with the FEV beforehand. He says his version of FEV is a slow-acting one, so it could be that they change. Could be that he's right that he's perfected it. I don't know. We're going to find out, but we got to get back to Fort Atlas to talk to Paladin Rahmani. So, let's go. Alright, here we go.
I have been fully compliant with your questioning. Threats are not required.
With everything you've done, you're lucky I'm only threatening you right now.
Please, this argument is getting us nowhere.
Initiate, you're back. Maybe you can help me talk some sense into Rahmani here. We've been going over what happened at Vault 96 and interrogating our prisoner. This smug monster is practically bragging about torture and unleashing horrors on the world. And Rahmani is treating him with kid gloves.
I am not bragging. What I have done was necessary. I take no pride in those terrible acts. I will have to live with the shame of them forever. That weight does not, however, diminish that the ends were worth the means. You will learn that soon enough. My colleagues will see that our creation, a vast improvement on the FEV, is distributed shortly.
Oh no. That's not good.
Do you see the arrogance, the self-justification? We should end him and be done with it.
There's something to be said for due process.
And what jury wouldn't find this man guilty? You saw what he did with your own eyes.
It's not the point.
Preventing Dr. Blackburn's associates from taking this horror any further must be our priority. And we may need the doctor to convince them.
Yeah, that's true. What will they do with the virus?
My colleagues have a facility better suited to final testing and mass production of the virus. As we speak, they are preparing for its release into the air and water of Appalachia. Once dispersed, it will enter the precipitation cycle in groundwater, and then it cannot be stopped.
Oh, that's not good.
No. It could spread for hundreds, maybe thousands of miles.
Why would you help us stop them?
That is your goal, not mine. But I am not a soldier, and would not withstand strenuous interrogation well. No minor delay on my part will change what is to come. My colleagues are already preparing. Perhaps my cooperation will allow us to make a case for the good we are about to do, and convince you of our cause.
Impossible. We could never support something so abominable.
Where are these associates?
My colleagues have a laboratory hidden beneath the headquarters of my former employer, West Tech. We intend to correct the FEV's mistakes at their birthplace. Poetically appropriate, would you not agree?
I mean, he's extremely forthcoming. Sounds like West Tech is where we need to go.
Yes. If the doctor's associates are preparing to distribute the virus, we have to put our emotions aside here and get to them before they can. Blackburn's punishment, whatever its form, can wait until Appalachia is safe. Head to West Tech. Find and secure the entrance to this lab, and we'll follow behind.
I don't like this, Rahmani. We should be done with him here and now and level this laboratory. This is just like what Elder Maxim faced at Mariposa. Or have you forgotten?
Elder Maxon came to regret acting rashly there. Or have you forgotten?
If they've already begun producing the virus, blowing up the place could just help spread it. We'll need to be a bit more delicate than that.
Very well. If Blackburn is coming with us, I will be watching him. Perhaps he can provide leverage against his fellow lunatics.
If I can prevent further loss of life, I will.
Then it's decided. Initiate, head for West Tech. We've no time to lose. See you there.
Honestly, I like Dr. Blackburn. Not because of what he's done. I think what he's doing is absolutely horrific. But I like the fact that he's extremely honest about this stuff. Very forthcoming and does actually seem to think he's doing the right thing. He makes a great villain. Let's get over to West Tech. Let's see. I can never remember where they are from here. Okay, there we go. The Savage Divide is just so long, it's just, I always forget where things are along it. Okay, let's see. Sneaking in. Okay, we got plenty of super mutants still out here, so it seems that the his colleagues didn't bother to clear these guys out when they moved in. Uh-oh, Suicider. There's the Suicider. Damn. There we go. Hit my target. I don't need the mini nuke. I don't want to carry all that weight. But I can take the nuclear waste off of him. I wonder if there's still going to be super mutants inside the building. Oh, they did say they were under West Tech, not in it. So my guess would be there are probably still super mutants inside, especially given that they're outside. So let's see. There's a Suicider with some nuclear waste. I'm actually somewhat low on that at the moment. I was about to repair my Chinese stealth armor, and I realized I only had the exact amount I needed.
Strongest super mutant.
Anybody else out here? Oh, the dogs. Good lord. Okay, that was quick. I can say I've never been killed by a mutant hound before, so that's a first. I love it when they glitch and they just slide around. How did it forget where I was? Just like that. What is that? That is a great glitch. Just a piece of meat flapping around in the wind. There we go. Still at least one more guy here. Never did loot everything off this guy. There we go. That's all I wanted. Oh! One guy left. Super Mutant Demolisher. And he has himself been demolished. Now it seems that there's at least one person still left here, because I've still got caution. And it might be the people around the back of the place, because there are people that live back out there. Not people, but super mutants. Anything else here? No. Okay, we'll take that. Did I take that? Now I'll take that. Let's get in there. Okay, where is the entrance to this laboratory? Looks like it's back in here. Let me turn off Forbidden Knowledge real quick. There we go. I don't want to be misled by a quest objective. Got a hack in here. Well, not really hack, I have the code.
Wish a bucket would show up. I'd rip his legs clean.
Oh, new elevator to FEV production. Okay, defeat the mercenaries. That's our current objective. Let me see about changing weapons here. Okay. Kinda wanna look around here before we just go running in there.
Stepped in mole rat shit. These are new boots, too.
Nice. 45 rounds there. File cat. Oh, ballistic fiber scrap. Very nice. Anything over here? Metal chest piece. Okay. Let's go in here.
Think I'll buy a new gun. Appalachia will know the name Hellcats.
So I guess the Hellcats are still alive with him. That makes sense. I mean, it's not like it wasn't his fault they got killed by the Blood Eagles back in Vault 96. Carlisle typewriter, very nice. There's a lot of good junk in here. Okay, dead scientist. You have to wonder with people like this, like skeletons like this, how did they die? Because he's underground here, so I have to assume he didn't die from radiation from the bombs. Because there were people in the superstructure of the building that weren't killed on the day of the bombs. So, wonder how he died. Maybe killed himself? Should I worry that this crystal liquid decanter has
I don't see anything.
poison in it? Or not poison, but poison residue? Okay. Got a lot of equipment here. I feel like with stuff like this, it's almost not even something where they're researching the person, it's almost like they gave themselves a decoration. It's like, look what we did. Let's see. Oh, gross. Anything else in here?
Those crater raiders think
Nope.
they're tough shit, but they're just a bunch of amateurs. I'm hit! I'm hit!
He's down.
What was that? You can't kill us all!
Yeah, I can.
Oh, shit!
There we go. Safety showers and eye wash stations. So at least they were
Double for all this.
all
standing
about
around.
safety here.
Yes.
I like how he saw this body and was just like, oh yeah, it happens. Okay. Couple more super mutants. I can never tell if those things are dead or if they're in stasis.
No
Oh,
need for that tone. I have not run away thus far, have I?
Enough, Shin. Let's catch up with our vanguard.
oh, I guess they're coming in here. Let me check out up here before I talk to them. Okay, it looks like someone was experimenting on super mutants. I like all the microscopes in here. Very good for optical fiber. Oop, there's another one. Okay.
Are we secure, Initiate?
There were some Hellcat mercenaries guarding the place. They weren't interested in talking.
The Hellcats were likely here to protect Blackburn's associates from the super mutants above.
Should we expect any further resistance?
I am not aware of the details of the defensive measures my colleagues may have taken. I would not, however, expect them to tolerate trespassers.
We should keep moving.
As you wish. I am your prisoner, after all. I have little choice in the matter.
Okay. How do we know you're not leading us into a trap?
A trap I conceived, prepared, and executed entirely while in your custody? You give me too much credit.
Could have set it up beforehand. Anything you can tell us about your associates that might help?
Dr. Farhar is nominally the head of their group, Headstrong, an old university colleague. Dr. Jane was a junior scientist at West Tech, brilliant but easily led. He shared my disgust at the Huntersville mistake. Nellie Wright, on the other hand, is Dr. Farhar's pet project, an adoptee of sorts. Very talented, despite her lack of formal schooling.
Let's not waste any more time.
Certainly.
Let's move out. Eyes open.
Agreed. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep sneaking, even if you guys are gonna go loud as hell and power armor. Oh, speak with them. Okay. So I guess no more shooting? Whoa. That's a big facility. Okay, they're behind glass.
Edgar. Edgar, who are these people? What happened to the guards?
The guards are dead, Dr. Farhar. This is the Brotherhood of Steel. I have been their guest since they discovered our project. Regrettably, they object to what we are doing.
We will not be intimidated. This facility is secure. You can't get to us. We will finish our work.
You know, there's a little part of me that wonders if they actually have perfected FEV. So I'm like, are we the baddies here? Why on earth would you do this?
Why? Because it's the frontier of science? It's the next step in our self-guided evolution as a species. Why wouldn't we do this?
Dr. Farha, are you really okay with what's happened?
Hey, don't talk around me.
Nellie. I am not. I've tried to mitigate the damage done, but I've let Edgar and the others talk me into justifying the means with the ends. Maybe I'm not so sure anymore. But I won't let you hurt anyone here. And our decisions are our own, not yours to make for us.
I can see you're troubled. You know what you're doing isn't right. Let's talk through this, we can come to an agreement.
I want to avoid violence. But that's always on the table, as long as you hold Dr. Blackburn hostage. Let him go. Please, let him go or we will cut off this negotiation and proceed with our plans.
I am afraid you will have to give in on this one. If you truly want to stop our distribution process, I advise you to listen to the doctor's entreaties.
Oh, man. What are you talking about?
Allow me to explain. My colleagues could not stop production if they tried. It requires a code. I am the only one who knows the code. I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
Is this true?
Edgar.
You will have to forgive Dr. Farha. She did not know. I added this functionality to our distribution program. As insurance, you might say.
Boy, that's handy, huh?
So there you have it. I am willing to help you in exchange for sparing my colleagues' lives. But you will have to let me in there with them.
Oh, man. I don't know. Why help us now? You said any price was worth your goal.
Perhaps in the end, I am more willing to sacrifice the lives of strangers than friends and colleagues. I do not wish them to be harmed. My hypocrisy in this is only human.
I don't like this, but I don't see any other choice.
I assure you, I have only a peaceful resolution in mind.
We cannot seriously be considering this.
I don't like it either. But what other option do we have? If we do nothing, the outcome will be just as catastrophic.
Dr. Farha, please permit me inside as a sign of good faith from the Brotherhood. I am certain we can negotiate a peaceful resolution and perhaps preserve our work at the same time.
All right. I'm registering you for the security grid. Just you.
With your leave,
Don't make this worse.
This is a mistake.
I don't know who's right on this one, honestly. It's gonna be interesting to find out.
now that that is over with, Nellie, prep the test chamber. They want proof of our success. I will give it to them myself.
Edgar, wait!
Honestly, I'm all for seeing this. This wasn't the deal, Blackburn.
I am sorry, but this must happen. You will see, and then there will be no more debate.
Edgar, please. Let's talk about this.
You've signed your death warrant, Blackburn.
I will test the sample on myself and be proof of our achievement. Anything you do to me after does not matter.
I mean, honestly, it'll either
I'm
work
going
or it
in.
won't.
Ready the tag.
We should have executed him when we had the chance.
If this doesn't
Now's
work,
not the
we'll kill him
time.
anyway.
We've got to find a way in quickly. There's no time to waste.
Guys, if he's only using it on himself, I don't know. Anyway. Okay, let's try this.
FEV flow ready, Doctor.
Initiate procedure. Code essential.
Initiating.
Please. All of you, this isn't right!
What's this? No. What's happening? This can't be. The figures were correct.
Okay, yeah, he was wrong. And rifles are just as useless as usual in this kind of fight. Let's try a heavy weapon.
Too soon.
Okay, so it seems like he knew this was gonna happen.
This will not end here.
You spit all the goo you want, so long as you're not hitting me, I'm gonna live through this. Okay, maybe not. I really should carry some nice power armor with me. This doesn't seem to be doing anything. Jeez. Do I have anything better? I got a few rounds for this. Jesus. What do I have that would actually work here? Nothing, I don't think. Ah! That damn goo.
Tasty now.
Rawr.
I will kill you.
Uh-oh. Okay, Rahmani's back up. Ah! Run!
Rage! Uncontrollable! Rage!
Hit her, not me.
No! This is your pain! I will kill you! You cannot defeat me!
He doesn't seem to know how to get me if I'm right over here.
The future!
This is the most effective attack I've had this entire time. Oh!
Monstrous end. Monstrous
This
human.
is what happens when you let people play God. This proves more than anything the need for our brotherhood. The need for our justice.
The scientists are still locked upstairs. Let's hear what they have to say for themselves.
Let me grab my crap real quick. And so this was what they were about to distribute in the water and air supply. Yeah, it was definitely not done. It was basically the way to automatically turn everyone into a super mutant behemoth. But an intelligent one. So at least there's that. Let's see. Here we go.
Edgar, I should have known. I did know. We weren't ready. I owe you an apology. Our work was a failure. Any good it might have done was a mirage. I knew it in my heart, but didn't listen. As a token of goodwill, I have used Edgar's code to stop production. We will not distribute the virus. I will make sure of that. But I will not simply let you in. There may be little I can do to stop you, but I will defend my colleagues in what little way I can.
After what we just did to that mutant, you're sure you don't just want to cooperate?
I must admit that I am powerless before you. If our cooperation can sway you to avoid more violence, then I will let you through. The way is open. We await your judgment.
Do you really think they've stopped production? This whole sob story sounds like a trap.
We'll find out soon enough.
Verify that once the area is secure and send for Scribe Valdez to double check. Until then, stay on your guard.
You've arrived. Please, hear me out. We are scientists. Our work is all we have to give to this broken world. We had truly hoped to give humanity a better way to fight back. Against the radiation, the mutants, The decay of civilization. We failed. But this doesn't have to be the end. There is so much good that we can still do, please. Spare us your wrath.
Why does it sound like you're giving up? We weren't that far off. Just
You kidding me?
here or there.
Are you kidding me?
If I may interrupt, I agree with everything Dr. Farha has to say. Despite how it looks, we are not evil people. We wish only to better humankind. Knowing that, what are your intentions with us?
We're still deciding what to do with you.
I hope that's not a threat.
The Brotherhood exists to keep humanity safe. And your work endangered everyone in Appalachia. If that failed virus had gotten out, countless people could have died. We can't allow you to continue experimenting.
Wait, Shin. It's clear that we can't just let them go. But their knowledge could be valuable to the Brotherhood and the people of Appalachia. Blackburn was the ringleader, but he's gone. We know nothing about the others. And of all people, you and I shouldn't fault anyone for trying to make a difference.
I can. And I will.
Is this still about back then? You can't forgive yourself for your own mistakes, so you refuse to forgive others too. When will you put that behind you?
This has nothing to do with that. There will be no more experiments. And they're too dangerous to keep prisoner.
Wait, you're really going to kill us?
Hold on. We're not killing anybody. We will bring them back to Fort Atlas and have Scribe Valdez monitor their work.
Have you lost your mind?
Think about it. This is exactly why the Brotherhood exists. To safeguard technology. And I hate to admit it, but the Elders are right on this. We can't let them go, but we can't destroy what knowledge they have either.
A wise compromise. I'm willing to cooperate. You. The angry one. Consider the fact that universities are no longer operating. In a generation or two, there will be few, if any, people left in the world with a formal education.
How many dozens have you killed? Do you really think your life is worth more than theirs because of your education?
It's not how
We
this
don't
works,
need
man.
your knowledge if you're deranged enough to resort to human experimentation.
Please! Stop this. Let us stop for a moment and talk to each other. There's still much that we haven't told you about our work. And we know little about your Brotherhood. Perhaps we can find out more where our perspectives overlap.
Yes. Maybe some discussion will cool Shin's head. I have no desire for this to come to blows.
Very well. You haven't said anything yet? Surely you have an opinion on this matter.
I'd say we bring everybody but Nellie. She was all in favor of continuing this crap. There may be value to letting you work with the Brotherhood.
Scribe Valdez was appalled to find out that people were being turned into super mutants. You'd really like to burden her with supervising the sociopaths who were behind it?
Don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. As Dr. Jane said, there is more to our story, if you'd be willing to hear it. Let's pause and open the floor for conversation, shall we?
Make it quick, Initiate. Shouldn't take long to see through their lies.
Okay.
I urge you to reconsider. This was never meant to come to violence.
What do you intend to work on if we let you live?
Dr. Farha may disagree, but I'd like to finish the FEV.
No.
We can implement new safety measures. Animal experiments on thorough waste disposal. We were so close to improving the human race as we know it. The world has changed, my friend. How are we to survive if we don't change with it?
Honestly, the world hasn't changed that much. I mean, obviously there are a bunch of horrible mutants and there's a lot of radiation, but there are already existing countermeasures against that sort of thing. We don't need to alter the entirety of humanity to fix that. Can you tell me more about your colleagues?
They are good people. Dr. Farah is quite strict, but it's because she cares. About Nellie particularly. The girl is unorthodox, but you can't fault her for it. We're all born differently into this world. And about Dr. Blackburn, well, the world has lost a visionary intellect. It's a shame. A tragedy.
Do you not consider kidnapping and human experimentation to be violence?
I never intended to hurt anyone. Dr. Blackburn was in charge of procurement. He told us they were volunteers. It was only later that... But by then... Please understand, we were so close. It could have ended any day. And everything we did was for the greater good. We must carry forward what we learned, or all that sacrifice will have been for nothing.
Doing stuff for the greater good is how you have the whole road to hell is paved with good intentions sort of stuff. That's all for now.
Please don't let this work go to waste.
Let's talk to Dr. Farah.
What questions do you have for me?
Farha.
Or has your party made a decision?
What do you plan on working on if we let you live?
We could focus the idea of human evolution into a more targeted formula. Say, a formula to increase muscle bulk, or to repel radiation. In fact, I hear serums of that sort may already be circulating among the survivors of the region. I'd like to study what they have created and improve upon it.
What are your thoughts on the FEV experiment?
It went too far. And quite frankly, I regret bringing the others onto this project. By the time I figured out that Dr. Blackburn was experimenting on humans, Nellie and Dr. Jane had already become passionate about the project. I was unable to convince them to pull back. I stayed, in the hopes that my objections could save even one innocent person from being experimented on.
I'm surprised to hear that you weren't on board with the human experimentation. You didn't mention that earlier.
There was no one interested in listening. I had to talk your superiors down first. The Brotherhood are a passionate sort, aren't they?
Huh. I suppose so. How do you know the other scientists?
Dr. Blackburn and Dr. Jane were my college associates. They didn't know each other at the time. I met Nellie when she broke through my window to search for scraps, as wasteland survivors do. She was more interested in my research notes than my leftovers, so I took her in, taught her what I know.
That's all for now.
I'm responsible for the actions of my associates. I ask that you have mercy on them, if not me.
Nellie.
I heard when the Brotherhood breaks down your door, they say, "Ad victory, hand over your arms." Is that true?
No. Ad Victoriam Civilian, now hand over your arms.
Oh, wow. That's scary. You really made my heart skip a beat. I don't have any arms. Well, unless you mean human arms, because I've got two of those, but they're mine. You can't have them.
Okay. Can you tell me about the FEV project?
Wrong. It's all wrong. We ran the models, but the models were wrong. I know exactly where to change the ratios to make this work. I can make it work. We just need one more chance. Don't run from science. Let us do this. Let us change the world.
So about all those people you turned into super mutants.
What about them?
Well, don't you feel bad? Those are innocent people, now they're mutated beasts.
Is that any worse than being human?
Oh my god.
As Dr. Jane says, all life is sacred. You'd probably gun them down regardless, right?
Are you kidding? I mean, those people had no choice in the matter. You kidnapped them.
To improve the human race.
Oh, okay.
If I was kidnapped for our experiments, I wouldn't mind. Most kidnappers do much worse.
I think you're a sociopath.
Oh, are you a licensed medical professional? Even if you are, it's pretty rude to make sudden, unwarranted diagnoses of people you just met.
Well, it's just based on what you've said so far. Let's talk about something else.
Okay, I guess.
What do you think of your colleagues?
Janie and Farah? Well, I don't think anybody liked me before Farah, so I'm glad we're together. Janie worries too much. He's always asking, are we doing the right thing? Is this gonna work? You don't know until you try. Edgar was the most fun of all. Too bad he miscalculated.
She's dangerous. I don't have any more questions.
You're not really gonna kill us, are you? I'm awfully young to die. You can fit a lot of experiments into 60 more years.
Oh man, I feel like really what needs to happen here is we need Scribe Valdez here, because if she's gonna be the one watching over these people, we need her input on this.
Those who commit crimes against humanity must be punished. It wouldn't be right to let them run free. Not to the people they killed, and not to the people they could kill in the future. The Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia, and of the world.
Earlier, Paladin Rahmani mentioned a mistake you made. What was that about?
That is none of your concern.
How long do you intend to sweep it under the rug like nothing happened? You're torturing yourself, Shin, and they deserve to know.
Maybe so. But this is neither the time nor the place for this discussion.
Shin, you owe it to yourself to admit that you made a mistake. Stop crumbling under the guilt and just accept it.
For those I failed then, and those I failed since, for them, I have to do better. The raiders on the expedition route, Rahmani decided we would stay and fight them. But giving the order to distribute the weapons to the settlers there, it was my idea.
Oh.
I wanted to give them a chance. But I got them killed instead.
Don't you think that was the most compassionate thing you could have done?
The outcome is more important than the intent. What I learned from that mistake was not to let my feelings blind me. Some things are a lost cause. Some chances are too dangerous to take. As much as we may want to believe otherwise.
So you're afraid to make another mistake. Sorry, but you have to get over this.
There's nothing to get over. I acknowledge that I've made poor decisions then and now. That's why I'm making a better decision today. You have to see that keeping these criminals alive would be misguided and reckless.
Okay, I understand what happened now.
Then I hope you'll also take away the same lesson that I did.
There was the Hellstorm or whatever missile launchers that he handed out. That's what the weapons were that he was talking about. Don't you think you're being a little dogmatic?
Whether I'm being dogmatic or not is irrelevant. My goal is to find a solution to a threat, and I don't see you offering any other suggestions.
We just had one. Scribe Valdez oversees them. You really won't accept any option besides execution?
I don't see what other option there is. As I stated before, they're too dangerous to hold prisoner, so we either ignore the danger or eradicate it.
If we didn't allow them to continue the FEV project, it's not like they could just do this at Fort Atlas. The equipment that we have here at West Tech is not there at Fort Atlas. What if you can't get Paladin Rahmani to agree?
It hasn't been a matter of if for some time now. Only a matter of when. I'm fully prepared to uphold the integrity of the Brotherhood in whatever way Rahmani makes necessary.
That sounds like a threat of violence. Alright, I understand your stance.
This is bigger than all of us. I hope you understand that.
Okay, and Rahmani.
We need to come to an agreement. I won't stand for impulsive violence.
What are you proposing we do again?
The scientists are to return to Fort Atlas with us and work alongside Scribe Valdez on a new project that we all agree upon. These are smart people. They just need to be pointed in the right direction. They could still do a lot for humanity.
Rahmani's stance right here is basically the rationale behind Operation Paperclip, where the United States turned German scientists, can't say the actual proper term for it because of YouTube's policies, turned them into scientists for America, building things like the Apollo program. Don't you think the scientists' methods were unforgivable?
The methods were cruel and wrong, but no one is beyond forgiveness. What matters is what they do from today onward. Let's give them a chance to make things right.
What if Knight Shin won't agree?
Then we must stand up for what we believe. We will not allow Shin to create a hateful brotherhood which passes judgment as it sees fit. This is human life we're talking about. Haven't enough died already?
Shin's argument would be that they would kill more people. You're right. We should try to solve this without violence.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Unfortunately, I'm afraid it may be a breaking point for Shin. Once he realizes his authority isn't respected, I suspect he'll run back to the Elders with his tail between his legs. This chapter of the Brotherhood will become what it should be, with or without Shin.
I'm afraid it's not going to come to him running. Okay, I understand your stance.
I hope you can see what we need to do here. What we need to do for the Brotherhood.
Is this going to be a schism in the Brotherhood? Like, is he going to take people and leave, or is he going to try to kill her, or is he going to try to run back across the country?
What questions do you have for me? Or has your party made a decision?
I think we're ready to proceed with the decision.
And what has your organization decided?
Paladin Rahmani is right. You should come to Fort Atlas and work under our supervision.
That's relief. I assure you that you'll have our cooperation.
So that's it then. You and Rahmani would repeat the mistakes of the past and use these criminals to build more weapons of destruction.
No.
To send the world further down the path of chaos for your own gain. All while wearing the Brotherhood insignia on your chest.
The Brotherhood's mission has always been to use the power of science to guide us to a better world. Rather than murder great minds, we will shape them into people who will serve that mission. And we will do it without barbarians like you.
On that point, we agree. I refuse to serve an illegitimate branch of a principled institution. The Elders need to know about our failures. All of them. It will be my honor to give that report in person.
You're really going to travel back to California by yourself?
My best initiates will be coming with me. The ones I can trust.
Take them. There are plenty more willing recruits out there who would rather extend a helping hand than a killing blow.
You mean who'd rather cower behind the guise of altruism than take responsibility and make things right? It doesn't matter. Do as you will, Rahmani. The Elders will judge the outcome. Goodbye.
We are grateful. The work we do next could still change the world.
You go on ahead. I'll bring the scientists back to Fort Atlas, then we can discuss everything that's happened.
Okay, back to Fort Atlas. Uh-oh. I don't like that there's a circle around this. I'm going to travel to somewhere nearby and walk there. How about the, yeah, Seneca gang camp. So I've been getting some server issues today. That's the main reason I've come here rather than going straight to Fort Atlas. I don't want to show up at Fort Atlas, have the game think everything's been loaded in, run through a whole scenario of actions, and then finally load in the models and everybody's just walking away or something. I want to walk up, see everything happening properly. Hopefully this will work that way. It could entirely be the case that I walk up there and it does exactly the same thing. I mean, when I first fast traveled to Fort Atlas today, it was a good 2 minutes before everybody spawned in. I don't really know what's going on with the servers right now. Something relating to duping or something. I don't know. But anyway, here we go. It's too bad none of the Appalachian Brotherhood's vertibirds are working for Shin to get back across the continent. As much as I disagree with him on what's going on here, I think that he should have an easier time getting back than the way they got here, but that doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Okay, doesn't seem that anything's actually happening. Let's head inside. Okay, something's definitely happening here, though.
Friends, initiates, faces new and old. It's good to see you today. I am proud to announce that the mutant threat has been cornered and removed. But it came with an unfortunate consequence. I'm sure you all know that relations between Shin and I have been strained for some time now. I'm afraid my leaving out his title is no mistake. Shin and his followers have decided to part ways with the Appalachian Brotherhood. I had every wish to work together with Shin on my mission, and still do. But he is no longer open to discussion. His loyalty to the Elders is unshakable. He would rescind his oath before besmirching the Brotherhood's name. Should he ever open his mind, I will be ready to listen.
No open mouths for that murmuring.
Now I have one more announcement to make. I'd like to recognize a particular initiate's exceptional contributions to our chapter. In most cases, this recognition would take the form of a standard rank increase. However, being a knight is a dedicated responsibility, and it's become quite clear to me that this initiate has obligations beyond just the Brotherhood of Steel. I won't take you away from Appalachia. As such, I'm granting you the unique title of Knight Errant. Why don't you come stand between Scribe Valdez and I, so I may officially confer your title?
All right.
For exceptional contributions to the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, I hereby name you Knight Errant. You may split your time with the Brotherhood as you see fit. We are forever grateful for what you've done for us. Now everyone, feel free to take a short break before your next assignment. You've earned it.
Okay, let's talk to these folks. Scribe Valdez.
So, Night Shin is gone. I can't believe it. I wanted to be optimistic about their conflict, right up until the end. But the more I think about it, the more I feel like maybe this was inevitable. If only there was more I could have done. Well, both of them would die for their beliefs. At least this way, they can pursue those beliefs separately, rather than killing each other over them.
Yeah, we don't have Shin killing the mood around here either.
I know Night Shin wasn't the most lighthearted person to be around, but he had a good heart. Really, try not to think too poorly of him.
Oh man, I was hoping I was going to be able to use more of those options there. I thought, I guess it was only, you only get one. How do you think the Brotherhood will fare with its new leader?
Things are gonna get a lot looser around here. Paladin Rahmani never believed in strict regulations. She's going to focus on recruitment and outreach. Well, if she can find the time.
But what does that mean? What else would she be doing? So, what are you going to do now?
I'm going to keep doing my job. With one officer down, there's going to be a lot of slack to pick up. There's still a lot more I'd like to see out there, but right now, I need to support the Brotherhood.
Thanks for everything you've done.
Don't mention it. As the resident scribe, it's my job to keep things functioning around here.
Until next time.
Until next time.
I was hoping to ask her what she thought about those three she now had under her, but okay, Paladin, let's actually talk to, okay, it says residents, and she's the actual objective, so let's talk to everybody else first. Initiate Houston.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? Who's gonna handle everything? Who's gonna lead the recruits? What am I gonna do? Oh gosh.
I'm actually surprised she didn't go back with them. What's the matter?
I don't do well with really big changes. I think I need some time to process this. I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, okay. Initiate Dorsey.
Congratulations on your promotion. Really? Just happened? I knew things between the higher-ups were shaky, but I didn't think one of them would actually leave. Especially Night Shin. I mean, it seemed like the Brotherhood was everything to him. Well, I guess things are going to change a bit around here.
It's for the better. Paladin Rahmani has a beautiful vision for the Brotherhood.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. Look forward to it, even. Whatever reorganization we need to do, I'm sure it'll shake out into something even better than what we've got right now. Paladin Rahmani is the leader I want to follow.
To you, Knight Errant.
Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. See you around, Knight Errant.
Awesome. Okay, anybody else we can talk to? I think, no, that was it. Okay.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
Thanks.
So, Knight Errant, how does your new title feel?
Like a freshly polished pair of shoes. Exquisite.
You deserve it. Don't let the wasteland tell you otherwise.
How are you feeling about everything?
I'm disappointed Shin would turn his back on us, but it's certainly better than the alternative. There were times I truly wondered what I would do if it came to it. If Shin pointed his gun at me, I know what I would do. So I'm grateful he didn't make me do it.
So what's going to happen to the Brotherhood now?
Now, we can start making the Brotherhood the benevolent organization I always wanted it to be. Our focus has to be helping the people of Appalachia, reaching out a hand and making them feel safe. This is a new dawn. Be proud that you were a part of it.
Well, my business at Fort Atlas is done for now. I'm heading out.
Don't be a stranger. There will always be a place for you at Fort Atlas. Ad Victorium.
Ad Victorium. Okay, so that completed the catalyst. Let's see. Oh, we just got some crafting unlocked for the Hellcat armor, it looks like. Item rewards: 7 stim packs, 6 Radaway, 8 purified water, 3 floater flamer grenades, and the Hellcat power armor plans. So that's pretty awesome.
Knight Errant, It's been an honor to serve with you.
You too. Let's go talk
We
to...
owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
Oh, thank you. Let's talk to these three.
The Brotherhood seeks to help humanity. In this, our goals are aligned.
Okay.
Add victory, soldier.
Dr. Jane?
We are going to help humanity. I assure you of it.
I'd like to believe that these three are actually going to become basically like little scribes for the organization. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. And this place, I don't know if this is just for this little ceremony here, but I'm worried with there only being, what is it? We got like 6 initiates here at the moment. It's a little worrying. We'll just have to see how things go going forward. Now, the next video I'm going to do in this series, I'm going to basically, because the other character I've done this with sided with Knight Shin. So I'm going to record the entirety of all those missions, and then I'm going to produce a single video with all the stuff where you're aligned with Knight Shin. And we'll get to see the differences there. I'm actually looking forward to that one too. I want to see how different things are, because this does seem to actually be a real decision that's been made. Now, the interesting thing is going to see what happens with Knight Shin. If you side with him, does Paladin Rahmani go back across the continent? Because she was not aligned with the Brotherhood out there, so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. Anyway, though, this has been the Irresolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.